The secrets are coming to light. Characters have some serious soul-searching to do, and the way things are set, no one is safe. Hey, it's Loren, your insider to filmmaking techniques. Episode 4 finally lets the sun come out, and with it, the truth we've been speculating about for weeks.
I'll tell you more when you call me back, so call me back.
Jacqueline, with light shafts of sun illuminating her, confirms the rumors that her boyfriend is not much of a boyfriend at all. And I want to point out, those light shafts streaming through the doorway were made on purpose to give her a spotlight effect. They do this by pumping foggy mist into the room that the light reflects off of. This was a deliberate act to highlight Jacqueline's truth coming out. But she's not the only one who has to face a brutal truth. Look at this beautiful shot of two fountain monkeys looking at each other, followed by Timothy, perfectly reflected against the mirrored wall, as if he's looking at himself, searching for what to do.
Dad! Oh my God!
Soon after, Timothy accidentally exposes himself to his children, foreshadowing the much bigger exposure still to come. His crimes, his secrets, all about to be laid bare. He's in a downward spiral with no elegant escape. I love this close-up shot of the three monkeys. Hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil. And that brings me back to the first episode, when we saw the three kids on the boat. Back then, it felt incidental. Now, it's clear as day. That was foreshadowing all along.
Things happen in threes. 1, the robbery. 2, the snake show. Death is coming for me.
Rick, meanwhile, stands ashamed before his own reflection, too. But finally, he steps out of the shadows and into the light to tell Chelsea the truth.
We're here because the dude who murdered my father owns this hotel.
Chelsea, understandably, assumes he's out for revenge.
Because you're not going to just talk to him, are you? Come on, I know you, Rick. This is what you do.
But is he? I'm not so sure. Not after seeing this very touching scene with the spiritual counselor, Amrita.
You are not stuck. You understand? You can let go of your story. You can escape the karmic cycle. Find peace in this life.
Did you hear that weird music playing behind her? It almost feels like a premonition. I think she's there for a reason, and I really hope she broke through to him there. Belinda also brings to light who Gary really is and how he got his fortunes. Bathed in peak golden hour light, fiery and theatrical, she strides past him in slow motion, like a gunslinger in a Western standoff. Gary now knows his secret is out. No shots fired, but the unspoken question remains, who makes the first move? Another charged crossing, Timothy and the guard Gaytok. In that same golden hour glow, Timothy learns he's facing possible jail time, and even might lose his house.
What am I supposed to tell my family, huh? We're poor now? And I'm going to prison? This is your best advice?
The burning light in both scenes doesn't just set the mood. It mirrors the firestorm burning in each of these characters. Gaytok, meanwhile, is so hopelessly incompetent he doesn't even realize that Timothy has swiped his gun, left carelessly out in the open. Why? Because he's completely distracted by his supposed girlfriend, Mook, who, moments earlier, dazzled in her costume, stealing his attention and indirectly his weapon. Now, let's talk about Mook for a second. For those who didn't know, she's played by Lisa from the K-pop band Blackpink, making her by far the most famous cast member. So, does Mike White, the director, really cast her just to look pretty in a costume and flirt with Gaytok? I don't think so. I think she's up to something, and I think she's manipulating him. And speaking of manipulation, this brings me back to our three lady friends, Jacqueline, Kate, and Lori. Because Jacqueline is having such boyfriend problems, she decides she wants to go out and have a great time.
Is there some place around here, another place that's a little more fun, has more of a vibe?
She's confused when Valentine sends them to an old people's resort.
What is this place? Why would he send us here?
And then they all get frantic when he drops them off in the middle of a water gun fight in town.
They're waiting for us.
What?
So my question is, why would he do that to them? I think he's winding them up, making them even more desperate for a good time, so he and his Russian friends can take advantage of them later.
I like your tattoo, it's cool.
Oh yeah, you like my snake? I can show you, but it goes all the way down.
And snakes in this show are never just snakes. They're omens. And I think this one leads to a forbidden fruit. If I were Jacqueline, Kate, and Lori, I wouldn't go near it, no matter how hungry I am to take a bite. And that leaves the young'uns by themselves on a yacht.
It's about to get crazy!
On the way to a party under a giant full moon.
But
I think everyone's in danger. The table is set, the pieces are moving. The only question left is, who's going to pull the trigger first? Thanks for watching.